Henry, let's slide over to the main event of the evening. Australia versus Brazil. Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes. Henry?
Yeah, that's good, man. Bruce Buffer, move out the way, dude. The nightmares, man. He's getting. When's your next featured film, dude? Jesus.
I'm working on
But
something.
I mean, this fight to me, it's. I like. Fuck, I'm like in loss of words, dude. But I feel like at 145 pounds, since Ilya has left, it's kind of like Volkanovski has gone he's lost his last three fights, and then Diego Lopez is kind of sliding in without. Yeah, he did beat Brian Ortega, but he never really went through the number one contenders. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not mad at it. I mean, it is what it is. The UFC had to do what they had to do, but I can see Diego Lopez. I can see Diego Lopez either knocking Volkanovski out or potentially putting him in a submission, bro. Like I really do. I think stylistically, man. Look, I mean, but then again, man, look at Diego Lopez, bro. Like for him to get to a title, let's go over it real quick. Gavin Tucker, Pat Sabatini, Sadiq, Dan Ige, and then boom, he beat Brian Ortega to get to the title. Like you know what I'm saying? Do you think that's fair, Kamaru Dean, in a very stacked weight class?
Listen, I'm not the police on fairness, getting to the title or not. All I know is, hey, we have a vacant because we have a staple, we have a champion in this featherweight division that is the champion that is stopping dudes, that has put his flag down. I run this weight class, but he has vacated that, and so now with the vacated title, it's not you got to go to the top two guys at the division. The hottest guy arguably right now in that division is Diego Lopez, so we put him in for the title shot against the former pound for pound Alexander Volkanovski,
Yeah.
because there was
Can you
talks
smell
of
that
that
upset?
rematch.
Do
There
you,
was
so what do
talk.
you so what do you think? Do you smell what I'm smelling?
I don't
You
know. I
smell the
listen,
upset?
listen, Henry. Henry. Let me. To be honest, when I really take a look at this fight, uh, Diego Lopez, I like he's ultra aggressive, and he's ultra aggressive in looking for what he wants and finding the shot. And there's a method to it as well because of the way that he put it on Brian Ortega. I mean, just the combination that he was landing and dropping Ortega was just beautiful. And you could tell that's something that he's drilled for a long time. But in him being ultra aggressive, I do think that Diego Lopez does make some mistakes. And Alexander Volkanovski, I mean, you look at those trilogy fights that he had with Max Holloway. Alexander Volkanovski is a technician. Like I'm like, why is he so good? When I see him, and I'm like, he's great, he's good, but why is he that great? But then you really watch him and you break him down. He's a technician with the way that he's able to kind of break a guy down, find the angles. If that same Alexander Volkanovski steps in here, I mean, like you did mention, he is 3 for 4, three. He's had lost 3 of his last 4. But if that Alexander shows up and he's still motivated, I don't see how he doesn't get it done over a young, aggressive guy like Diego Lopez. I don't see how he doesn't get it done. So I'm going to go with Alexander Volkanovski here.
Okay, I would 100% disagree with you, but it's this ding, 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 ding. Like you remember, like a knockout. When you get knocked out, it's the body protecting itself from saying, "Hey, man, like I got to protect myself from danger." So I'd rather go out. So it's not up to Volkanovski now. Like once you get clipped like that and you're out, like his body's just gonna boom react. It's gonna protect itself. And Diego Lopez did what he was able to do to Brian Ortega, bro, and put the hands on him. How he did, and Volkanovski, and he can transition from his submission game. He knows how to go from he knows how to transition that shit very, very well to whether he's going leg locks, triangles, gillies. When in doubt, pull the gilly. And then at times the leg lock stuff. That's the stuff that makes Diego Lopez his transitional moves to how he changed it is what makes him dangerous. So even if Volkanovski does decide to take him down, bro, he could be in trouble against Lopes. Lopes is going to throw
I
everything under the
agree.
sun.
I agree. He's ultra dangerous everywhere in the fight. But
I got Lopes, bro.
if someone can neutralize him, find a way to neutralize him, maybe his cage work is not that great. Maybe why don't we test him there? If someone can find a way to exploit that in this division, it's definitely Alexander Volkanovski. So until I see it, because I love Diego Lopez. I mean, I love his style, ultra aggressive, very fun to watch, and just a good kid, good personality. So I'm definitely glued to this one. I can't wait to see it. And like we mentioned, hey, the winner of this fight might have the winner next of Patricio Pitbull and
Yeah,
and Yair Rodriguez.
yeah. and
So
and that should be it, and that should be the fight. Eloy, bro, he got that really close fight with Aljamain Sterling. That's not title worthy, man. I still feel like he lost. I rewatched that fight. I feel like Aljamain did enough to win that. It's not up to me. Hopefully, one day AI will just go up there and honestly start the judging. But the winner of Yair Rodriguez, particularly if Patricio Pitbull wins and Volkanovski wins, that's the fight to make. They were bickering a long time ago when they were both champions. I think that makes the most sense. And then you make Eloyev fight maybe Diego Lopez once again. Prove that you could still
that's
beat this
true.
guy.
That
You know
is a
what I'm
fight
saying?
Diego Lopez wants back. He's been calling for that one.
Yeah,
So
but either way, man, I don't know what they're doing in Miami. We're gonna be there live, bro. And the fight is an absolute banger. UFC 314 is gonna be off the hinges. I'm excited, and I will see you there, Kamaru Dean Usman, Muhammad Ali.
absolutely. You just be just putting names on me, don't you? But no, absolutely. It's gonna be a great fight week. I mean, just great festivities. We have a great interview with my big brother Sugar Rashad Evans this Thursday, aka Shaka Zulu. And it's gonna be a big week. It's gonna be definitely a big weekend for us. A big week to, of course, watch these excellent fight. UFC 314 in Miami, Florida. You like how I did that? That was all in Espanol, right, Henry? That was all in
I
Espanol,
like
right?
that, darling.
What was that? Why do you have to ruin it every time?
Because
Jeez.
no, dude, you never heard Dale in Miami?
Dale. You gotta
Dale
say
mean
that
let's
dale.
go.
I gotta hear that dale, papi. You gotta say it like that, bro. My brother, if you're gonna say it, you gotta do it right, bro. You didn't do it right.